Hi class, my name is Rolando Martinez. The topic that I choose for this essay, for this project at the school, was the War of 1812. So this was started because the British Empire blocked any commerce between the United States, the Americans, and Europe, with fear that they will help France, which at the time the British was in war with. So they just the Americans in retaliation of that, they just tried to invade Canada, which at the time was a British colony. When they went up there, they, when they went up there, they took several thousands of American men, but they weren't like ready for fight. They weren't ready for nothing. They just thought, oh, they're Canadians. They don't like to fight. They're peaceful people. We got this easy. But when they got to Canada, they find out that it wasn't right, that it wasn't true, that the Canadians were really, really, really prepared for them, and the Americans was underprepared for the fight. So they tried to conquer most of Canada, like lower parts of Canada, the Americans, which in part they did, but at the same time they have a lot of losses. Also, then Canada fired back, conquering Detroit, what is Detroit now, Chicago, and some of the Midwest United States. So the only good fight the Americans won was the fight of the Lake Erie in New York, around that area there. So they had good wins on the New Orleans, and some other fights they have in the South. Also, the British, they want to like start a Native American colony here, so they enlist the help of the Native Americans. So they fought against the Americans instead of the British. They helped the British conquer most of the territories. By 1814, British already was done. In 1813, they were done with the war in France. They won the war, so they sent more troops over here to the United States to fight the Americans, combat them. Like they were really, really more prepared troops than the Americans. So the America was really like they couldn't do nothing about it. That so But at least we got victories in Baltimore in 1814 and in New Orleans in 1815. So that's why sometimes people call this war the Second War of Independence, because we separate a little bit of from Great Britain. By 1814, also the White House was burned down by the British troops. That was the turning point, the stop point for the fight. So they signed a treaty, the Treaty of Ghent, I think it is called, that everything that every country conquered, it was returned to their owner. To the like, if America has some part of Canada, like Toronto, they go back to British, and if the British has parts of America, it was like Detroit, Chicago, for example, they're gonna go back to the Americans. So nobody won. Technically, there only was a lot of dead soldiers. It was that like useless war, and they don't. In the end, nobody won. Technically, nobody won. Just everybody kept everything, and now they're cool. They're cool. Canada and the United States. The only thing that Canada and the United States did was at the end reinforce the frontier, like the borders and everything. But since then, nothing had happened between the United States and Canada. So basically, that's a little summary of what my topic was, my essay was. So thank you very much. See you Sunday. Bye.